Now to the latest on the collapse of the Key Bridge in Baltimore. It's now been 1 week since a ship slammed into the bridge and sent it crumbling into the Patapsco River. The bodies of 2 construction workers have been recovered from the wreckage, but 4 others are still missing and presumed dead. Maryland Governor Wes Moore provided an update on that recovery about 2 hours ago.
Yeah, he says right now they're doing everything they can to help businesses impacted by this disaster.
Yesterday, we also formed a new intergovernmental economic response team. The Lieutenant Governor will chair the first meeting this evening. And I've appointed 3 members of my staff to work with the Lieutenant Governor on that effort. Deputy Chief of Staff Manny Welch, Deputy Chief of Staff Johnny Dorsey, and Chief Performance Officer Asma Mirza. And they're working around the clock to make sure that we're taking care of our workers and our businesses and everyone affected by the economic consequences of this collapse.
Yeah, so continuing to put everything and everyone in place. And tonight we're getting a different perspective of the bridge collapse.
Yeah, our Scott Broom is once again live in Baltimore. And Scott, these new sonar images give us a clearer picture of just how monumental this recovery effort really is.
Yeah, the sonar images are remarkable, and one of the reasons the governor was talking about economic recovery is because the weather is bad here, and the efforts to try to lift some of that debris we saw on sonar out of the water have been suspended because of lightning last night, wind today, and potentially rough weather tomorrow. So the Army Corps of Engineers released these images today of what they're seeing underwater at the bottom of the 50-foot shipping channel. This imagery comes from the U.S. Navy's Sea Systems Command. The 3D sonar show the sheer magnitude of the very difficult and challenging salvage operations ahead, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers said in a statement. The twisted girders of the bridge laying in the bottom of Baltimore's 50-foot deep channel can be seen still attached to millions of pounds of concrete roadway. U.S. Coast Guard Rear Admiral Shannon L. Gilreath talked about what engineers have discovered underwater.
It is very complicated down below. These are still girders, unlike the still girders that you can see that are above the waterline still, which have significant damage. Below the waterline, along the bottom, is very challenging because these girders are essentially tangled together, intertwined, making it very difficult to figure out where you need to eventually cut so that we can make that into more manageable sizes to lift them from the waterway.
According to the U.S. Corps of Engineers, commercial and military divers are working in virtual darkness, comparing conditions to driving through a heavy snowfall at night with high-beam headlights on. There's no need to take video of something you can't even see, one Navy diver said, explaining why the digital sonar images are so important. The Army Corps also released this graphic showing the position of cranes around the cargo ship Dolly, resting outside the edge of the 50-foot deep main channel, which is now blocked by broken sections of the bridge directly in the center of the channel, critical to U.S. and global commerce. Back live now, looking at the scene here from the shoreline at the bridge. U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Colonel S.D. Pitchison used the word pancake this afternoon to talk about conditions on the bottom. They're obviously letting us know that the challenges of getting that debris out is not going to come up in simple sections and segments at a time. There is rubble and pancake concrete on the bottom, and notably, despite all the technology brought to bear with that sonar, the Army Corps of Engineers colonel here reported today there is no sign in that pancake rubble of the 2 missing and presumed dead construction workers that died when this bridge collapsed. That search is continuing as well. Reporting live here at the Key Bridge, Scott Broom, WUSA 9.
Yeah, we know how catastrophic this is. Now we can see it with an even clearer eye because of those sonar images. All right, Scott, thank you. And of course, you can count on WUSA 9 to be on top of every development in the Baltimore Key Bridge collapse. Stay with us on air, online, and streaming for free on WUSA 9 Plus.
Yeah, just use your phone's camera to scan that QR code on your screen, and we will send you a link to all the reporting we've done so far.